Dear Dork, it read. We found trash in the machines and threw it down the chute. If you want it, dive for it. Shit, she breathed, and had to blink back tears again for an entirely different reason. Blind, stupid rage. Monica. Well, Monica and the Monica-ettes, anyway. Why was it the hot mean girls always ran in packs like hyenas? And why, with all the shimmery hair and long tanned legs and more of Daddy's money than Daddy's accountants, did they have to focus on her? No, she knew the answer to that. She'd made Monica look stupid in front of her friends and some hot upperclassmen. Not that it had been all that hard. She'd just been walking by, heard Monica saying that World War II had been that dumbass Chinese war thing. And by simple reflex, she'd said, it wasn't. The whole lot of them, slouched over the couches in the dorm lobby, looked at her with as much blank surprise as if the Coke machine had just spoken up. Monica, her friends, 3 of the cool older frat boys. World War II, Claire had plunged on, panicked and not quite sure how to get out of what she'd gotten herself into. I just meant, well, it wasn't the Korean War. That was later. World War II was with the Germans and the Japanese. You know, Pearl Harbor. And the guys had looked at Monica and laughed, and Monica had flushed. Not much, but enough to ruin the cool perfection of her makeup. Remind me not to buy any history papers off of you, the cutest of the guys had said. What kind of dumbass doesn't know that? Though Claire had been sure none of them had, really. Chinese, right. Claire had seen the fury in Monica's eyes, quickly covered over with smiles and laughter and flirting. Claire had ceased to exist again, for the guys. For the girls, she was brand new and unwelcome as hell. She'd been dealing with it all her life. Smart and small and average-looking wasn't exactly winning the life lottery. You had to fight for it, whatever it was. Somebody was always laughing at or hitting or ignoring you, or a combination of the first two. She'd thought when she was a kid that getting laughed at was the worst thing, and then, after the first couple of schoolyard showdowns, getting hit jumped up to number 1. But for most of her brief 2-year high school experience, being ignored was worse by far. She'd gotten there a year earlier than everybody else, and left a year ahead of them. Nobody liked that. Nobody but teachers, anyway. The problem was that Claire really loved school, loved books and reading and learning things. Okay, not calculus, but pretty much everything else. Physics. What normal girl loved physics? Abnormal ones. Ones who were not ever going to be hot. And face it, being hot, that was what life was all about. As Monica had proved, when the world had wobbled off its axis for a few seconds to notice Claire, and then wobbled right back to revolve around the pretty ones. It wasn't fair. She dived in and worked her ass off through high school, graduated with a perfect 4.0, scored high enough on the tests to qualify for admission to the great schools, the legendary schools, the ones where being a brainiac mutant girl freak wasn't necessarily a downside. Except that, of course, at those schools, there were probably hot, tall, leggy brainiac mutant girl freaks. Didn't matter. Mom and Dad had taken one look at the stack of enthusiastic thumbs-up replies from universities like MIT and Caltech and Yale, and clamped down hard. No way was their 16-year-old daughter, nearly 17 she kept insisting, although it wasn't really true, going to run off 3,000 miles to go to school, at least not at first. Claire had tried, unsuccessfully, to get across the concept that if anything would kill her budding academic career worse than being a transfer student at one of those places, it was being a transfer student from Texas Prairie University, otherwise known as TPU. So here she was, stuck on the crappy top floor of a crappy dorm in a crappy school, where 80% of the students